Good evening and welcome. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, opening the Amateur Radio Exchange Group for Wednesday, February the 3rd, 2021, week 1429 that the A.R.E.G has been on the air. My name is Chuck and my station is located in East Hamilton below the escarpment. This informal Simplex net, originally founded by John VE3JSU, is on every Wednesday night starting at 8 p.m. and ending at 10 p.m. local time here on 146.430. While this is a simplex net, it is likely that not everyone will be able to hear everyone else. This should not discourage you from participating, and it may even encourage some of you to improve your station. Keep in mind that relaying communication has a very long history in amateur radio, and so we encourage the practice for asking for a relay when a station is unable to hear the other party or to pass on a message. We ask that you please try and leave a 2 to 3 second delay between transmissions to allow other stations to break in. May I now have check-ins for this evening's A.R.E.G?
3BJC.
Okay, I have VA3, VJC. Anyone else?
Yeah, I guess. B3PDL. Stalker. V3IMW. Victor Alpha 3, November, Foxtrot Golf.
All right, well, that's a good start. Let's go with those four. I've got VJC, PDL, IMW, and NFG. Let's go to the top of the list and say good evening to Richard, VA3, VJC. Welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be aboard. Nothing much to really report. That my cellulitis decided to rear its ugly head, so I'm back on the tablets. I start the VON office on Victoria Avenue on Saturday, 2:30. So I'm sort of set back a little bit, but I'll beat it. I fail. Hopefully. Anyway, I got 72 pills times 500 over 9 days, so that's a pretty hefty daily dose. Oh, plus 1 week at 4 grams, by the way. So all you can do is just take the pills, be good, and I get lots of sleep and take care of myself. Comment.
Yeah, don't forget about the sleep. Go ahead there, comment.
I have VA3KX. Did that fellow say colitis? Is that his problem, colitis?
I do believe he said cellulitis or something very close.
Okay.
Yeah, big egg yolk blisters on my leg again. Puffed up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No, the colitis, I got a good cure for that. The other one, I don't.
I know you're saying something, but I get very limited receive. I got a high noise level here and very poor ears. Well, my thanks for your concern, and I'm going to get back to Chuck and maybe you can relate for me, Chuck, what he said.
Oh, I think he said if it was colitis, he had a good cure for that. So he thought he had heard you say something else.
Okay. Cellulitis. The cellular layer is itis, or inflamed. Okay, back to you, Chuck. Grab some more.
All right, there, Richard. We'll get back around to you soon, there, I'm sure. Okay, next on the list is PDL, VE3 PDL. Paul, good evening. Welcome.
Well, good evening, everybody. I didn't have no speech prepared, Chuck. I'm speechless almost, but lucky I said almost. Yeah, just throwing a bean in the pot there, my friend. Got the antenna up, got you at 40 over. That's the strongest you've been. So it's receiving better than my other antennas, so that's cool. And yeah, good to hear everybody's jumping in there by the sounds of it. So you should have a good night. I'll be listening along for E3PDL.
All right there, Paul. Yeah, I looked up that antenna there and some nice specs on that. Got some really good gain. They're not cheap either, those antennas. So uh, glad you got a hold of something good. Good for you. All right then, Paul. We'll get back to you in a bit. Then let's go say hello to Big Mac, the A3 IMW. Good evening, Mac. Welcome.
10-4, good buddy. Always good to hear this group on Wednesday night. PDL, I don't know what you did, but you're getting me over here around plus 20. And Chuck, conditions must be really good tonight because I've got you at a solid plus 15. So radios are working well.
All right, very good. Glad to hear that. Yeah, it must be I don't know, cold weather. There are no leaves on the trees, all that fun stuff. So yeah, we'll take it when we can get it there, Mac. So I'm glad you're picking up everybody good so far.
So far, so good. Yeah, woke up this morning to find out it wasn't Groundhog Day anymore. I got to spend my evening with Andy McDowell and Bill Murray. Look forward to that every Groundhog Day. My wife despises her. I think she's jealous. Anyways, I'll be listening along for a while. And I'm not cooking tonight, by the way. So that's one thing out of the ordinary. So I'll be listen along for a bit. Actually, I'll be here for the duration. V3 IMW Friday. Didn't find no roadkill today? Didn't go nowhere. Didn't run over anything. I think my wife actually put some stuff on the stove, so might go for a snack in a little bit, but I'll be here for it. Right on back, just being a smart ass, E3 PDO. If the shoe fits. Oh, it always does. You gotta wait your turn, Huey. You can't be like me and just butt in. Quit it.
Oh, is that Huey trying to sign in?
Yeah, he's on a portable, he said.
Yeah. Well, if you're listening along on YouTube, you'll hear only static there coming from Huey's signal. But I'll mark you down in the log there, Huey. I can hear you, just can't make out everything you're saying. Thanks for checking in, buddy. Maybe a little bit later you can get closer.
Yeah, he's downtown on a portable, Chuck.
Okay, then. All right. Well, we'll mark you down in the logbook then, Huey. Thank you very much, sir. VE3DJZ. All right, let's go to another big, strong station. VA3NFG. Steve, good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Chuck, and to everybody on net. Finally remembered to turn the radio on before 5 to 10. No, everybody's sounding good tonight. I've got everybody at 60 plus, including DJZ. I think it was 60 plus.
Oh.
And again, where I am, of course, if he's downtown, well, then I'm just right above, so that explains the good signal. So that's about it there for now, Chuck. Send her back to you, VA3NFG.
All right there, Steve. Thanks for dropping in, saying hello, and we'll get back to you shortly. Let's go up to Coketown and say hello to Rick, VA3KIX. Good evening, Rick. Oh, I guess Rick stepped away. Let's see if anybody else would like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and we're located here in East Hamilton. Taking check-ins. Please come now.
VE3QE.
Okay, well, I know I heard a bunch of noise there at the beginning, but I didn't copy any stations. There must have been 2 stations doubling at once. I did copy VE3TOE. Anyone else? Try again, please.
Victor Echo 3, Tango Oscar.
Stomping on Debbie.
Debbie was the other one. Okay, very good. That saves me from asking again. Thank you, Richard. We'll mark down Debbie. All right, well, let's go up to VE3TOE. Steve, good evening, Steve. Welcome.
What was in there? Hey, good evening, Chuck and Paul, and all on the net tonight. Thanks for doing that, Chuck. Just checking in. No news over this way right now. Anyway, everyone's sounding good. I don't hear Debbie or DJ Z over here. I got a bit of noise, but not too bad. Nothing more than normal. Anyway, back to you, Chuck. VE3TOE, back to net control.
Okay, thank you there, Steve. You're sounding good out of Oakville, as always, full strength and good audio. Now, there was a comment from PDL there, Paul. I didn't hear you because I must have been talking.
Okay, I actually got two comments. I wanted to let you know that TTO was trying to sign in there with the pile-up you had, and I didn't hear you mention his call, so I just wanted to make sure you got him. And Mr. Steve, never doubt the trout. If you're in the mood after the net or something, give me a call. Just wanted to check on you, see how you're doing, brother. That's all. So whenever you got time, give me a shout and we'll have a chitty chat. All right, very good there, Paul. Yeah, maybe if not tonight, tomorrow for sure. I got a few things going on here, so I'll just be kind of in the background listening, waiting my turn and stuff. So for sure, thanks. Anyway, I'll hand it back to net control, and maybe Gary has his numbers, and anyway, I'll come back to me in the next round there, Chuck. VE3TOE, clear back to net control.
Okay, very good, Steve. Will do. And thank you, Paul, for that relay. I did manage to hear TTO in there, but I just didn't acknowledge him on the air. But we will right now. VE3TTO, Gary, good evening.
Yeah, VE3TTO, good evening. And who's got the new antenna up there that did some antenna work?
PDL here, Gary.
Okay, give it a try there, and I'll just want to see where your measurement is.
Okay, I took down, just ramble on for a minute, I took down a tram 1480 and put up a GP9.
Okay, well, you're full spouts quieting in all bars.
Very good. Yeah, we're kind of close, but appreciate the input, sir.
Okay, very good. Sounds like it's working. So anyway, that's great. And Chucky there, how you been there, and everything going good?
Oh, yes, sir. Everything's good over here. Everybody in the family still good over here. Nothing much has changed. I only go out fully bundled up, of course, because you have no choice. But I'll tell you, I got one of those neoprene half balaclavas, right? And I just use that as a mask, and nobody says anything. So, plus, it keeps your face warm when you're walking.
Okay, very good. Well, so you wear the protection you have, and at least it's going to be help anyway, some way. And we went shopping today there at Walmart there in Ancaster, and I wear a mask there. We both wear it 95, so it's one of those things. We get our shopping done, then we leave, and we're good for another few weeks.
Yep, absolutely. You know what? I haven't been paying attention to the news there. If you've got a condensed version of the numbers there, Gary, I'd be happy to hear it.
Well, you know something? In Hamilton, we only had 4 cases today, and that's amazing.
Wow,
that's totally amazing.
Yeah.
And, I hope the numbers stay low like that, because Hamilton 4, Halton 56, Niagara 53, Brant 6, and Halton and Norfolk about 1. So if Hamilton can keep them down, that'd be a good thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. 4 cases. Woohoo. It's almost cause for celebration. Now, I understand they mentioned something about opening schools up the day after Family Day, I think it is, or is it just this month? Oh, yeah, no. That's for Toronto and Peel and York. The rest of Ontario can go back to school this coming Monday.
Yeah, February 8th, they're allowed back at school. Parents can do what they usually do, and teachers can take care of the kids.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a step in the right direction, if you ask me. Start with the kids, and yeah, then we'll probably be talking about the economy, I'm sure. But very good, Gary. Thanks a lot for that. Much appreciated. And anything else? Anything new?
Well, the only other thing that bothered me, I was with the numbers. There's this United Kingdom variant. They have 106 cases in Ontario. South African variant, we have one. So I just hope and pray that they keep these things under control where it's happening, because we don't want to see that go out there. So that's another thing that I'm hoping that they keep totally under control there.
Yeah, yeah, same here. Well, it kind of boggles the mind that they've taken so long to take measures now that, oh, this is a worldwide pandemic and we haven't been checking people at the airports or the borders. Is there something wrong with that? So now they're finally starting to do something about that. So it's a step in the right direction, but a little late if you ask me.
Well, when the day comes when this is all over and we have that barbecue there for the COVID-19 net there, maybe Brant Park or something like that, uh, and you can come out there and just we can talk to everybody like we used to and everything else. Then I know we're going to be okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Gary. Well, just got to stay positive and keep plugging away. That's all.
Well, you know something? If we do have it at Brant Park, you bring your water wings too, because they have that big flat pool there.
All right. Something to look forward to.
Anyway, let's hope we can do that, and have that barbecue at the end of the game there. B3
Absolutely. Okay. All right, Gary. Thank you again, and we'll talk to you soon. VE3TTO up on the hill. Next, let's go to the West End and say hello to Deb, VA3OYL. Good evening, Deb.
Good evening, Chuck, and all on net. It was a lovely day. Nice to see the sunshine. I got out, went for a walk. I walked down to Princess Point in Westdale and watched the skaters. Of course, no one had a mask on, but they were pretty well distancing themselves. I had a mask on, so that was kind of fun. And other than that, nothing going on. Back to you.
Oh yeah, watching the inline skaters they call them.
No, they were out on the water or on the ice skating in the bay there. But yeah, there were some what do you call those boards that have the sail on them with the skate rungs on them. There was a couple of those on the water or on the ice, and a guy with a parachute thing.
Yeah, you know what? If you ask me, I don't think the water is thick enough for activity on the ice. I've been seeing so many videos of guys ice fishing and the trucks plunging into the lake or wherever they are, and you keep hearing it on the news about people going through the ice. It's just not. It's been too warm of a winter so far, unless you're more north, right?
Yeah, for sure. I guess if you stick in the bay there, they drain part of that. So so the water level
Alexa,
is low. But there were
stop
people
music.
way out in the middle. It's just amazing, you know, kids roaming around unattended, and I just it was hard to watch.
Yeah, I know, eh? Yeah, well, got to be careful if you're going to be on the ice. That's for sure. You know, it's not like we've got 2 feet of ice underneath us. It's very thin in some places, I'm certain. But you know, people are taking their chances and probably going crazy because they're getting to go outdoors and not not really paying attention like to their children.
Yeah, they're probably too busy chatting to other parents.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So, all right, Deb. Well, you know what? You've got a great signal once again tonight. You're full scale here and great audio. I hope everyone else can hear you as good as I can. So, you going to stick around for a bit?
Yes, I am.
Okay, sounds good, Deb. Glad to have you aboard. Oh yeah, I did speak to John. He's got a couple of jobs now on the go. We're talking about VE3JSU up in Manitowoc. He's got a job as a taxi driver, shuttling people back and forth from their airport. I didn't know. He said there's an airport just outside of town, so good for him. And then when I spoke to him, he said he had an offer to work cleaning the local bank. I don't know if it's the only bank in town or not, but he did mention working nights cleaning the bank. So some extra cha-ching for Johnny.
Yeah, pay for the propane.
Yes, exactly. Oh, and on the other news front, John does have internet, and he had a 30-foot cable to connect from his modem to his computer. Now he says he's short. I don't know how many feet, maybe 10 feet or I don't know. But I'm almost tempted to buy 50-foot cord and just have it sent from Amazon to John's place. Oh my goodness, poor fella. Anyways, he's got internet. He just needs to make it work. All right. Well, let's see if anybody else is out there would like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, taking check-ins. Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta.
Okay, I hear one station. I hear RPAD, VA3, VAD, RPAD. Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Hello, Chuck. Good evening to you and everybody else on the net. This is Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta RPAD. It is from Hamilton, actually, and down by the East End area, by Parkdale on the south side. Right around the mountains everywhere around me. So hopefully some people can hear me. I'm using the beam today, actually. The beam is pointing towards the CN Tower, so it is pointing away from the city. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch radios for 1 second, and I'm going to transmit with the omnidirectional antenna. So I'm switching it right now. Just stand by.
Okay.
Okay, and I just switched. Yep, it was 100 watt on the beam, and I don't know. I'm using the X50 of the omnidirectional with 50 watt, half of the power, and hopefully somebody can hear me. Go ahead, Chuck.
Oh, yeah, RPAD. The first thing I got to ask you is are you using the same radio?
No, I'm using two radios. One radio, I can't monitor both of them at the same time because you don't want to transmit into it. That would give the headache for the radio. No, actually, the first radio was the ICOM 746 with a beam antenna facing towards across the lake, and This one here is omnidirectional. This is the what is it? 7100.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, the first radio, the audio I think was a bit on the hot side for the microphone, and for this radio here, it's perfect. You could probably even turn the audio up a little bit. But yeah, that's why I was wondering if it was the same radio, because you were super loud the first time around and then nice and quiet on the second time.
Okay, I just noticed the my game was down to 30% on this one, and the other one was probably up to like 90%. Probably that's what it is. I turned it down to 50 there and 50 here, so maybe it's a little bit better.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have a comment in there. PDL, go ahead.
Yeah, R.E.G, you had the exact same signal here at my station, S9, but the 746 was louder in the audio. It was a smidgen hot, but it was louder than the other one. But then you discovered that you only had the audio up to 30% or something. So yeah, that's probably all it was. But same signal on my end, sir. B3PO. Go ahead.
Very good. Thank you very much, Paul. Do appreciate it. Always good to know. One of them is that's a 100-watt radio, the 746, but the beam, I guess, it's pointing in steering the radio waves in a direction. So I noticed when I'm on monitoring mode, I was listening for you guys on two radios. When Deb was talking, I did not hear her on the beam, but I did hear her quite good on the omnidirectional antenna. So it's better for receiving the omnidirectional, I guess.
Okay, I think I heard a contact in there from IMW. Go ahead, sir.
I'll take a standby. Ladies first. Deb, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. R.E.G, you were in the West End here, 8S units on your first antenna on the beam, and you're 30 over on the omnidirectional.
Yeah, that's Roger. Yeah, you see the area where I'm located at, it's in the Rosedale area, down by very close to the golf course. I'm very sure. If you go to New Tech, just keep going south, and you reach my house right there. And if I look around, I have mountains everywhere. You know, like I'm right into this horseshoe basically, where the golf course is. And yeah, it's very hard to get out from here. And I noticed when I'm talking to the guys in Toronto, it's much better if I'm using the beam antenna. I'm using locally the only directional X50, which one is working good, and I can hear you loud and clear on this one. You're giving me an S3 on the signal here. So yeah, but on the beam, it's a little bit different because it's a purpose made. Let's put it that way. Get out from the mountain area. Go ahead, Deb.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I must be off the side of your beam, so you have good side rejection there.
Yeah, actually, I made a mistake. Yeah, no, I said S3. No, you're coming in with an S9. S9.
Oh, good, because I was worried when you said S3. Okay, I'll give it back to Chuck, I guess.
All right. Well, I was enjoying my coffee there, but okay, I'll take the microphone. So there you go. Anyone else want to give? I do believe Mac had a report for you there, R.E.G. So stand by. Go ahead there, Mac.
Yep, it's my turn. R.E.G, first radio with the beam, definitely overmodulated, really hot on the mic. Put me in mind of a good Mexican radio. ICOM 7100, full scale S9, peaking at plus 15. Definitely more pleasant to listen to you on the second radio. A lot more clear and quiet on the signal. Of course, Deb just blows you away. She's got a plus 20 up here. Back to you, Chuck.
Another comment here, Chuck.
Okay, go ahead there, Rick.
Yeah, the first radio, it was nice and clear and loud. Second time around, couldn't hear him at all. Just a lot of bacon frying. It was breaking my squelch, but no audio coming through whatsoever. I'm in Coketown. Does that gives him any help?
There you go. Back to you, R.P.A.D. Rick, VE3KIX, located in Coketown there. R.P.A.D., over to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I cannot hear him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, he said he heard your first radio, but the second one, your audio was too low, and so all he could hear was bacon frying. But there you go. And he's in Coketown.
Yeah, you have to refresh my memory. Where is this Coketown located at?
Rick, give us an idea how to get to Coketown.
It's between, if you're in Dundas and you went up Governor's Road and come to 52 Highway, that's Coketown is the stoplight. If you're in Ancaster and head over to Jerseyville Road and turn right onto 52, then you again will come up into Coketown. So it's kind of we got a junction of Ancaster, Treelton, and Dundas all in one corner.
There you go, R.P.A.D. From what I understand there, it's kind of in between Dundas, Ancaster, and Freelton. If you go up by Highway 52 there, over.
Yeah, Roger that. That's right behind the mountain. So sorry about that. Can he able to hear me on this antenna?
Rick, did you say you could hear him the first time around, but not the second?
Yeah, I could hear him great the first time, but never heard him better, in fact. I thought his audio was okay. I didn't think it was overdriven. Normally I don't hear him. I heard him nice and loud and clear, good signal. The second time I couldn't hear anything, and no audio whatsoever. All he was doing was breaking my squelch.
Okay, there you go. So R.P.A.D., he heard you very well on the first radio with the beam, and couldn't really hear you on the second one. So Rick, just so you know, VE3KIX, R.P.A.D. is located at the base of the mountain there. So that's unusual, though, that the beam is pointed at Toronto CN Tower, and you were able to hear him. And R.P.A.D., Rick said that he didn't feel that your audio was too loud to him.
Yeah, Roger that. Okay, thank you very much, Chuck, and thank you very much, guys and girl, to give me the radio check. And yeah, I'm going to stand by, and please go ahead.
Okay, very good then. Well, let's see if anyone else is out there who'd like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and I'm located in East Hamilton. We're taking check-ins. Please come now.
VE3OAB. VE3PFH.
Okay, I've got two stations in there, VE3OAB and VE3PFH. Well, let's go to Phil. Philip, good evening, VE3OAB. Welcome. How are you?
For another long haul of this nonsense.
Yeah, it would appear. What nonsense are you talking about?
And a squeal. I think somebody's pressing the carrier when I'm transmitting.
Yeah, it would appear so. If there's another station trying to break in there, go ahead. All right, well, let's send it back over to Phil there. Try it again, Phil.
Yeah, what I was saying is that I wish this lockdown would end because I'm getting tired of being locked in.
Oh, yes, I hear you loud and clear, Phil. Yeah, that's when you got to go out and take a walk, get some air, and And remember that we're not there yet.
Oh, okay. The one wants a new speaker. I got a broken one if you want that too.
No, you just broke mine. You owe me a new one now.
Well, I'll give you a broken one, then you'll have a pair that are the same.
Ah, you rotten bugger. B3 PDL.
Yeah, PGL, I was getting you real good on 80 meters on Monday.
Oh, yeah. Right on. Did you key up and jump in there?
To go in that area.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, no worries. I usually check in there. And if somebody's trying to dump the frequency, you're doing a terrible job. You're not strong enough. And if you're somebody that's trying to check in, you have zero audio. I don't hear anyone over here.
I don't know what's going on there myself. As you said, there's no audio, just a straight carrier. And I'm going to switch it back to control. Maybe somebody else can copy that station.
Maybe it's a lost CB.
Okay, then. All right. Well, is there anyone else wants to check in the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3 CJZ taking check-ins. Come now.
Yeah, Victor Echo 3, Tango Golf Lima. You got copy?
Victor Echo 3 Tango Golf Lima. Yes, sir. I do have a copy. Who do we have here?
Yeah, hey guys, this is V3, Tango Golf Lima. Name here is Uwe, Uniform Whiskey Echo. Down here at Lakeshore and Kipling in the Toronto area. I heard you guys were having a net over here, so I thought I'd check it out to see if I could pick anybody up. And lo and behold, there you guys are. So that's pretty cool. I'm down here by the lake, not too far from, maybe 4 blocks away from the lake. So hopefully I got a clear copy over there. Anyways, this is V3, Tango Golf Lima, back to net control.
Steve, so you got your dogs walked and you made it home, did you?
Okay, VE3 Tango Golf Lima, Uwe. My name is Chuck, and I'm located here in East Hamilton. And you're making a fine trip here. You're about a S9 here, below the escarpment in East Hamilton there. Way to go.
Oh, well, that's good news. So you guys are here every Wednesday, I take it?
Yes, sir. It's a Simplex net. We have here every Wednesday from 8 p.m. till 10 p.m. Just to ragchew and check out your radio and stuff. And we just talk about pretty much anything except politics and religion there. Over.
There you go. Anyways, that's good to know. So someplace to hang out on a Wednesday. Yeah, so okay, I'll let somebody else break in there, and I'll leave the radio on. If I hear anything interesting, I'll try to break in. If I got something useful to say, which is not very often, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, okay, back to you guys. Nice hearing you out there. The 3 Tango Golf Lima Uwe. See you guys, 73s.
Okay, there, Uwe. Thanks for stopping by. And if you're going to stick around there, once we go through the list, we'll go through everyone again. And if you're there, you're there. If not, we'll catch you next time.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, okay, you got to go around again. That's cool. Yeah, I'll see if I can be down here. Anyways, back to you guys, and go 3 Tango Golf Lima 73s again.
Okay, thank you, VE3 TGL. Let's go up to my neighbor, VE3 PFH, Pete. Good evening. How are you? Okay, Peter must have stepped away. Let's do another call out then. Anyone else like to check in the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. And just a friendly reminder, we are streaming live on YouTube. under my call sign VA3CJZ. Let's go to the top of the list and say hello again to Richard, VA3VJC, the Lost Sea Beer.
Got 25 of them, but I never touch it. I'm in the market to find and locate, if possible, 4 quarter-inch stereo phone plugs and 6 PL259 with reducers. Over.
They sell them on Amazon.
Do you want new ones or used ones?
Used ones in good shape. The PL259, please be baked light. No Teflon that melts.
What do you do with all these things? Can I ask?
Well, I got this tuner that I've got a 75-foot cable going from the tuner to the receiver. I've got some scrap 8X coax. I like to make some short jumpers.
I'll copy that. I'll look around. I might have some, but that'll take a while.
And to put my key, my radio is old enough that it uses quarter-inch phone jacks for the key, the automatic key, and for the headphones. So it's an old radio. I don't like the ones you sell on Parkdale. No offense to her, she's a nice lady, but still, I find them inferior quality. I like the old run-of-the-mill Amphenol.
Oh, yes, the good old Amphenols. And what's the other one? And Cable. They make good ones, too. The silver ones.
Yeah, I bought a few of the PL259s, and I find that the actual shell that goes over top goes past the shreds, and it doesn't really crunch it in there good unless you somehow modify it to square. Then you got 4 points that will catch the actual plug and will tighten up.
Alrighty, well, there you go. Richard needs to make some patch cords. All right, well, there you go. You got one young man there said he would look around for you.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And there will be compensation for it. I don't expect to be, like the kid, that says, please, sir, can I have more? What's the guy's name? What's the kid's name? Doesn't matter. Oliver Twist. I don't plan on pulling in that.
Yeah. Okay. My memory is slipping right now, but did I go over LBI, Larry? Is he did he key up?
I've been playing on
I didn't hear him.
game. I've been paying attention. Go ahead, give him a call.
I never heard him.
Okay. That's my mind playing tricks. Well, I'm going to do a shout out and see if Art happens to be on, and we're going to try something different here. So VA3 CJZ here calling VE3 Kilo Charlie India. Art, are you there?
Rico?
I was calling Art. Okay, nothing heard. All right there, Richard. Anything else before we move along?
No, that's it. I was just, my plans I wanted to do, but that's about it. Straighten out the HF antenna. There's some stuff coming up on the HF bands and special events, but the antenna right now is laying against the house. It blew over, so I'll fix it. Hoping to get the match down, maybe get some radiation power out of it too. Anyway, no, there's nothing else. I'm just going to ramble on. Oh, I found the gussets for my tower. I'm going to fix that one day.
Oh, I thought you spent all summer putting those on.
Oh, I spent all summer doing the dogs. I haven't done jack here. I'm so far behind in everything: guitar repairs, music lessons, radios, the house repairs. I might as well be in a coma because I don't remember being here.
Yeah, time just slipped away. right past you. Okay, there, Richard. Very good then. Let's move along to VE3 PDL. Paul, how you picking everyone up there tonight, Paul?
I'm doing good hearing everybody. This antenna definitely receives a little bit better than the other one. That station in Toronto had them an S7 here, and I thought it was Steve. I was talking to a guy on another frequency in Toronto just an hour before the net, and told him about the net. And I forget his call sign, but his name was Steve, and he was just walking his dogs or something, and going home, and he's going to look for us to see if we could make it in here. So I assumed it was him. So I apologize for keying up while he was talking if I keyed with him. But yeah, I just wanted to let him know he's doing good here. 7 over into him.
Okay, well, that was a dead key. No audio. Is someone trying to break in there? Go ahead. I'm sorry, whoever that is, there is no audio. Good signal, but absolutely no audio. So work on that, and if you can get it working again, then by all means, check back in. Next, let's see if Butch is around. VE3 PFH. Pete, are you back? All right, well, let's go say hello to Mac. VA3 IMW.
Hey Chuck, it's me. I'm back. Mac is back. While I'm up here, what's Art's call sign? Maybe I can reach out to him and see if he's on frequency and give you a relay.
Yeah, sure thing. This call is Victor Echo 3, Kilo Charlie India.
All right, let's give it a try. Victor Echo 3, Kilo Charlie India, the A3 IMW, the A.R.E.G. Check-in is wide open and Chuck is looking for you. If you're on frequency, give us a dingle. I've either confused the heck out of him or nothing heard. I heard some political comments in there a while ago, Chuck. It almost sounded like you're ready to take over as Prime Minister of Canada and lead us to the promised land. The idea of actually having suitable controls at airports, international flights, and border controls that mandates testing for everybody coming in. That's like way beyond your pay grade. I'm amazed. So I know Starpad was planning on. Yeah, I think we're ready for a new prime minister. Chuck for prime minister. We can put up all kinds of big blue signs with the.
You gotta be kidding me. Getting dumped. What's that guy smoking? That's like unheard of. Smoking Ford's ashes.
Well, you can smoke whatever you want nowadays because the liberals made it legal.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try this again. This is VA3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Looking for check-ins. Please come now.
What you do there, Chuck? You sound funny.
Yeah, I can bypass the dumper by listening to a crossband frequency or transmitting on one.
What an arsehole. You're getting through everything. Nothing. You're not hurting. Whoever it is isn't hurting nobody over here. Hey, Gareth Garnett.
Copy that. VE3GNP. Good evening, Garnett. Welcome.
Welcome.
What's happening there? You been listening along?
A little bit. I've been in and out. I forgot it was Wednesday night, actually.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Neighbor Tanya. I forgot it was Wednesday night until, I don't know, 10 minutes ago.
Ah, there you go. Well, better late than never, right? So how's things there, Garnett?
Surviving, anyways. Yeah, I won't go into it, but surviving. Comment. Go ahead, Steve. Hey, Garnett, you're not going through your mobile device tonight, are you? It sounds nice. No, I'm on my base. I'm not remotely in. If I'm remotely in, my laptop tends to give an echo. But yeah, I'm on my actual base tonight. Yeah, that's what I noticed. No echo. No problem. It's been a while since I don't get on too much, so I just thought I distinguished the difference there. So anyway, so that was all. Anyway, back to you. Go ahead. Hey, Steve. Yes, sir. Just so you know, you're 20 over here. All right, you're like almost 30, so you win. Well, yeah. Well, you're probably stronger than me, but yeah, good signal from Oakville, definitely. Oh, thanks. Oh, good signal from up there on the top of the mountain. Wow, 60 plus on my needle. He's talking to you, Steve. Okay, I wasn't sure who it was, so he's got a hum. But anyway, he's sounding good. He's almost as good as, he's a little below there. Chuck and, Garnett and Paul. He doesn't quite make it. You mean me? With the hum? VA3NFG. Well, I don't know what that could be. I think it's my furnace, actually. It's just like in the background. Yeah, I should probably turn the gain down or something. Maybe I'll try that.
I don't know. I don't hear any hum over here, Steve.
I hear it here, but only when you're pausing in between words while you're talking. You don't really hear it. Okay, it just recycled off. You still hear it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Really? Oh yeah. I had headphones on and I can hear pretty good things. Yeah. Yay suit junk. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh yeah. Who bought it for you? I did. Silly rabbit. Hang on, I'm looking for the game. Hang on a sec. Jesus. Menu item 63, I think it is.
Well, I have my own furnace going on in the background here. Maybe that's why I don't hear it. Plus, I don't have headphones on.
Anyway, that new antenna you got there, Paul, is GP9. Is that a mono band antenna or a dually? Well, according to the paperwork it comes with, and when you look it up online, it's supposed to be a dually. But my SBUR is like way past infinity on 440.
Is it fiberglass?
Oh, okay. Is there a one piece or like a two piece antenna? How tall is that thing? It's a 3-piece and 18 feet tall. And the other station, hold on one sec, Steve, go ahead.
Was that fiberglass?
Yeah, do you want me to hold on? Yeah, okay, Steve, hang on a sec. Yeah, it's some kind of fiberglass, I guess. Feels more like it's smooth, like there's no fibers in it. It's not like an Antron 99 fiberglass thing. It's more like plastic or PCB or something. But anyway. Oh, okay. Is that Hustler? No, it's a Comet. Comet GP9. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure the manufacturer. Maybe it's more resin based than fiber-y type stuff.
My antenna's a Comet.
Oh, I heard the hum there.
Really? I just turned it down to 60. It was at 100. Can you still hear it? What about the audio level? Is that still up?
Oh yeah, your audio is just shy of being hot, and it's still good though. Yeah, see, I had my furnace going, and now it's off. And when you keyed up, I could definitely hear it.
Okay, I just dropped it down to 40.
No.
How about now?
No, I don't think that has anything to do with it. It's at a constant level.
Try turning your gain down to 0 and see if it's there, and that's the only way.
There, I got a mic gain of 1.
Yeah, I could hear it there. Steve, have you tried turning your power down? You're going to need to turn the mic gain up a bit there so we can hear you.
Alright, I'll leave it back at 40 and I'll look for the other setting. Alright, back over to you, Chuck. VA3 Energy.
Oh, okay there, Steve. Okay, let's see who the next person in line is there. Was it Mac? Did we go to you?
I thought that's where all this confusion started. I was making a comment about your future as the next prime minister.
Oh, right. Or at least Minister of, what's that Bill Blair's job they made up there? Public safety?
Well, I think you can forget about that. I think the most effective person we need right now is that Army guy that was supposed to be the super duper program manager for rollout of COVID virus supplies and stuff like that. He's really crapped in his linens and let us all down. Anyways, too political. Trying to stay positive. We're coming up on spring, looking for good weather and life getting back to normal. Yeah, Paul, I'm jealous now. My antenna's only 17 and a half feet tall. Yours is 18. I'm gonna have to go back shopping. Okay. See what happens when you get out better than me and sound better than me? I gotta go out and buy a new antenna.
Size don't matter.
Go sit down and have an ailment. Why would you go away from the tram anyways? That 1480 was doing just fine for you. Yeah, you're right. It works great. Now it's for sale. Thanks for complimenting it.
You guys doubled there.
440 now. Well, I was going to get the 441, but they're all sold out everywhere, so had to go with the next best thing.
What's the gain on the dB gain?
9.
Really? This has 3 dB gain on 2 meter and 6 dB gain on 70 centimeter. And the power, I just dropped the power to 40 watts from 50. No, I dropped it to 30. So I cut the power in half. Is it still humming?
Yeah. Yeah, it has nothing to do with your power, Steve.
Oh, well. Who wants to buy an 857?
Maybe they're too long or something like that.
That's a new radio.
That's why I Tom.
Okay, then let's keep the ball rolling here, ladies and gentlemen. And speaking of ladies, let's go say hello to Deb, VA3OYL.
Yeah, not much to say here. Not much going on. And I've been I tried a little bit of radio stuff, but nobody was answering me on digital. And band conditions are not that great tonight, so I don't think I'll try anything tonight. I'll have to get up early in the morning one day and try it then.
Oh, okay. How about on the weekend? Did you do any radio work then? I know there was a couple of contests going on. I know I participated in the UBA contest from Belgium. I also did some parks on the air, and I also did maybe 20 contacts with the winter contest, the A.R.E.G winter contest.
Yeah, I listened to a little bit of the rock winter contest, but I didn't participate at all.
Oh, okay. Well, I must have been on a roll then, because I wasn't having any luck. I think the weekend before, or a little while ago, and it kind of really didn't want me to. It didn't feel like I wanted to get into it as much, I guess. But once you start making contacts, then when you're hot, you're hot. So that's the kind of weekend I was getting there. Some good contacts. So I just went with the flow.
Oh, good for you. Now, what antenna are you running now?
Strictly the G5RV. That's the only HF antenna I have up at the moment. Although, I'm going to see about putting something else up this year. Not exactly sure yet. Maybe an NFED. Who knows? But yeah, the G5RV is working good. What I did was I bought a RF line RV is working good. What I did was I bought a RF line isolator, which is a 1-to-1 balun in line, and I bought 100 feet of coax, and works great now.
Wow, isn't that something?
Yeah, I was having some difficulties with 80 meters, getting RF coming back in, and I just wasn't getting, it wasn't tuning up right. So I did some research on the antenna and did what they suggested, and it came through. Mind you, it was really cold, and all I did was uncoil the coax outside really quick and hook up the RF isolator and ran back in, and that's how I've been running.
Yeah, I hear you. When you're doing antenna work in the winter, sometimes you gotta just go between the cold.
Well, let's just say it wasn't a nice sunny day above zero like today. So yeah, today was a great day to work on antennas there for PDL. So good for him. But yeah, the G5RV there, I'm quite pleased with it. So thanks, Paul and Steve, for that. Anything else there, Deb, before we move along?
No, I'll just be listening along. Back to you. VA3OYL.
Okay, very good, Deb. VA3OYL at 9:04 p.m. It is -2 degrees here in Hamilton. Let's see if R.P.A.D is still with us. VA3VAD. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go say hello to Phil. VE3OAB. Phil, you there?
Yeah, VE3OAB back. About the person that's having the problem with the hum there, I wonder if he's got a little bit of oxidization on his ground terminal on his system.
Yeah, I'm just debating all that. No, I don't. I am not grounded. I know. Shame, shame. But what can you do? I have yet to hook that up, but I am considering this old power supply that it's a homemade power supply, not by me, but I don't know. I might change it over to the other power supply just to test it. Either that, or I'll bring it over to your place, Paul, and we'll get a radio check sometime and see if it's humming over there.
Oh, just try your other one. If the humming goes away, you know it's the power supply.
Yeah, but this way I get to drink your beer.
Well, you can do that anyway. Just do the work at your house and drink the beer at my house.
No doubt. Tony Budweiser.
Don't you swear. This is amateur radio. You're not allowed to swear on this frequency. Please do not do that again, Mr. GNP.
It's only Budweiser. That's how Pod drinks.
That's disgusting.
Okay, let's see if we can go back to Phil there. VE3OAB. Phil, you there?
It's that. So therefore, it's either a ground that's not hooked up, or it's the power supply.
So since you have two power supplies, switch them out, and that's your quick. That's your quick thing.
My money's on the power supply. I don't feel like it right now. How loud's the hum? Is it barely there, or is it overwhelming?
It's not overwhelming, and somebody keeps trying to key in between me and Steve. It'll never happen. We're just blocks away. So, yeah, it's every time you pause for a breath or stop talking for a second, it's the same pitch, doesn't change. And yeah, like you said, power supply or ground, but I'd start with the power supply.
Yeah, because there's a hum in here. It's like, it's kind of like that. Is that sort of what you're hearing?
It's exactly what we're hearing.
Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it. Where is it coming from? Where the heck is this coming from here? This power supply? Something's humming in here. I don't know what's going on.
Or you investigate it and get back to Chuck when you're done investigating it, and we'll let the net continue there. V3PDL over the net control, sir.
Thank you, PDL. Let's go back to where we were. VE3OAB. Phil.
Yeah, I'm back. Just one thing you could try is take a ground wire. If he's got one of his outlets on the power supply, and if it's a 3-terminal, use the one for the ground and put it on the ground terminal of the power supply, and that might eliminate the hum.
It's a homemade job there, Phil.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
It's a variable power supply, about 25 amp. It's good for. I've never had a problem with it, but I guess things break down eventually.
That's probably true. You could also have an internal capacitor starting to go, and now it's starting to show itself.
Uh-oh.
And as far as the weather goes, we're supposed to have a real sunny tomorrow. It's going to be about +2, and we might see some of that green stuff coming up from the ground tomorrow.
Green stuff coming up from the ground. Like what?
Grass.
Oh, you think it might melt some snow, eh?
Oh, of course it's going to. This is a banana belt.
Okay, Phil. I don't remember what the forecast was for tomorrow there. If it's anything like today, we'll probably lose a little bit of snow.
Well, I hope we do, because on the weekend we might be getting more, which I think New York appreciates if we get it instead of them getting it again.
Yeah, a friend of mine in New York there somewhere, he was out in the country too. Did a video there, and his a snowdrift was as high as the top of the handle of his shovel. So they got some high wind drifts. I know New Jersey a couple of days ago, while the e-cars was going on, I was listening to them, and they were saying it was coming down like no tomorrow, and that they were expecting over a foot, maybe 2 feet in New Jersey. So better them than us.
Well, W1AW was supposed to be transmitting that day, and they shut everything down for the day, and they didn't come back till the next day with all the code practices.
Now, what's W1 what?
W1AW, ARRL headquarters in Connecticut.
Contact?
Oh, I see. Okay, stand by, Phil. Go ahead, contact.
I'm gonna need to ask you guys a favor to put up with me for a couple of minutes because I think something's not right with my big radio. What's happening is my wife is gonna be pissed. When I'm listening, like it works for like 2 or 3 seconds, then loses the signal completely. Even if someone is coming full scale, then comes down to the to wherever the signal was before, works for like 3 to 5 seconds, and then goes back again. And regardless of the strength of incoming signal, it does that constantly. So I just replugged it. I took the SWR meter out and just went straight to antenna because I know antenna is SWR is okay, but what I want to ask is, does it keep tripping when I'm speaking, or?
Hello there. I do believe that's Vanya, Victor Alpha 3, X-Ray Lima Juliet. Well, you did not cut out this one time, but before you did once. Explain the issue again.
So, okay, VA3XLJ on this end. I apologize for not saying the call sign. What's happening is, as you guys speak, and the radio, let's say every five seconds, it will drop the signal down to 0. It's almost like there's no signal coming into it, and it will continue like it's. I don't think it's a squelch because squelch is just barely closed, if that makes sense. So I don't know what's going on. Like it's, and pretty much with everyone I'm listening, I kind of hear in the chunks. I listen for like 3 to 5 seconds, then I lose a second, then comes back again for 5 seconds, then goes off. Like something's really not right.
Well, it sounds to me, Vanya, that you might have the priority function engaged or the dual watch function engaged, which will do that every 3 to 5 seconds. Will switch to the other frequency if you have one as your main, and then it'll go back. That's why it cuts out. That's what I'm thinking.
You know what? You might be right. I was going through some menu looking for the microphone gain, and maybe I just I fat fingered something and without knowing it, which most likely could be the case. So I'm gonna go back to my predicament, and I'll talk to you guys later. So, does anyone knows where I'm gonna find that thing?
Okay, what kind of radio?
ICOM 2730.
2730. Okay, well, if nobody on frequency can help you, your best bet is to go to YouTube and type in your type of radio, and then type in priority or dual watch, and it should come up.
Hey, Chuck.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have the two of them radios here. Does he not have the manual? I can look it up if he doesn't have the manual.
Everyone have a manual, just no one likes to read them. I think I know what I've done. I think that I put the weather alert on. That might be the thing.
Well, that's what it sounds like to me there, Vanya. It sounds quite like that could be the issue. Either dual watch or priority. I don't know that radio, so maybe Steve there, VE3TOE, would look it up real quick to let you know where it is. But that's more than likely the issue.
No, you really fix it. I mean, imagine me going on YouTube with my English trying to get the thing out. I would spend hours. You saved me like within like 3 minutes. You did a good deed today.
Okay, Vanya. Well, I'm glad I helped you this far. All we need now is to find out what the menu is for that.
Yeah, you go back to the net. I'll stay quiet here and put my, I say, don't dance hat on and stay in the corner.
No question is a stupid question there, Vanya. So when it comes to radio, anyway. Okay, well let's move along and see if VE3 Tango Golf Lima in Toronto, Uwe, are you still there? Okay, nothing heard. Well, let's see if anyone else would like to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton. Any new check-ins, please come now.
I'll check in with my other call sign, VE3TNP. Oh, it's EMV. Just being funny. Go ahead, Chuck.
All righty then. Okay, well, let's go back up to the top of the list then, and we'll start fresh and see if we can stay on track this time. I think Richard is the first guy on the list. VA3 VJC in the North End.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just listening to you guys. Your radio issues and playing a game of pool. Keep yourself busy. And pretty soon I'll be hitting the hay. I'll be trying to cap a move. I probably won't stay till the end of the second round or whatever. So anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I got nothing else really to add, really, other than the fact that I'm back on the antibiotics. I said that. I'm going to see the wound clinic on Saturday. I said that. I'm in search of coax connectors and quarter-inch stereo plugs. Other than that, I just got to do some sorting out and get my station to put together properly. And speaking of grounds, I've never grounded my station. I should put some wires out the window of this little wood thingy here where my coax is fed through, and put some ground and start grounding my equipment. You never know, an RF ground might help my antenna situation.
Well, one thing's for sure, it can't hurt anything.
That's true. I've got a 5-foot stake in the ground beside the tower, but I've got a piece of that. I think it's 2 or 4 gauge wire with the clamps, and that's all worked loose, so they're disconnected. The tower's not even grounded anymore. And I haven't got HF grounded. I don't have VHF grounded. I should run some ground wires. I got some scrap cable here. ground, with like RF ground, does work wonders. For a situation where an antenna does require ground or good grounding. It also helps for for lightning too.
Yes, sir. Everything you said. So, yeah, well, you could add that to the gussets.
Yeah, wise guy. Okay, you win. VE3LBI.
Hey, there's a voice we haven't heard yet this evening. VE3LBI. Good evening, Larry.
Good evening. I just was busy working on something. Tack me on the end if you want, Chuck.
Okay, you are check-in number 16 there, Larry. Everything all right?
Oh yeah, no issue. I was just working on something here and kind of lost track of time, I guess. It's the first time I've done that for a long time. Been sitting around so long, I forget even what time it is.
Yeah, and there you go. And as luck would have it, Art hasn't showed up yet. And so, yeah, I hope he's feeling all right.
Oh, okay. Well, I figured it'd be enough from picking them up. No, I was busy just working on something, Chuck. So I looked at the time and went, okay, yeah, I'm a little late here getting in. So I thought I'd give you a holler and see what's going on. Hello, everybody that's on there.
Yeah, sure thing there, Larry. Not a problem. Yeah, we got a bunch of people here. We got one guy in from Toronto, down by the lake there at Young and Kipling. I don't know, somewhere around there.
Oh, good stuff. Well, maybe we get some more people in here too. I don't know. People don't seem to want to, get onto the Simplex time. And it's not as if they have to stick around, even if they just dropped in and said hello. But up to them, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I had a great signal on the guy, and hope to hear him again. So, yeah, at least one, he can tell one of his friends if he likes, and maybe we'll go from there. But, yeah, Toronto was coming in just fine.
What signal?
I was getting them at S9.
Oh, yeah. Huh. I was only getting them 6 or 7, I believe. But,
Yeah.
okay. Just curious, Chuck.
Yeah, and yeah, that's what I was getting on my end there. So, yeah, and let's see if Vanya has corrected his situation yet. If he's found the function for that priority or dual watch, the A3XLJ.
Yes, it was easy to find. It's kind of buried down in extended menus, but it's not that many menus as other radios, so it's easy to find. Luckily for me, I did not turn the extended menu off because this would be the funny thing to fix for me.
Yes, that extended menu. I had it turned off one time, and I was wondering what happened to all my menus. And sure enough, because the extended menu was turned off there. So, all right, very good then, Vanya. Hang in there, and we'll get back to you there. Let's go back up to PDL.
Very good, Chuck. Hello, Larry. Good to hear you in there, sir. And yeah, not much to add, so I'll just pass it along there, Chuck. I interrupt enough that my turn's already been taken up. So I'll let you pass it on. V3PDO.
It's all right, and I'm glad your antenna is working better for you than the other one. So there you go. More power, more receive as well. So very good then. Okay, VE3PDL up on the mountain. Let's stay with that theme and go say hello to Mac, who is not cooking tonight. VA3IMW.
Yep, that's me. I'm not cooking. Being cared for tonight, so that's a good thing. I don't know. Suddenly lost for words too.
So I'm just going to listen along and hang on for the duration.
All right. Now, my other question is that I guess you've had dinner already then.
Well, not really. I am historically a late eater,
Yeah.
although it may be supposedly the least healthy way to do it. Usually I have a light dinner about half an hour before I put my feet up and close my eyes. But, they actually tell you you're supposed to eat everything that you're going to eat by 6 p.m. And I haven't done that for the last 25 years. So I'm going to stick with what works. And I guess there'll be a day that comes that I'll modify that behavior. But up until now, it seems to be working.
Did you say 2 p.m.?
6 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be a little bit early to have dinner. But yeah. All right, very good then, Mac. I'm also a late eater most of the time, not always, but a lot of the time. And yeah, I don't eat, mind you, 30 minutes before I go to bed for the night, but yeah, everyone's different.
Yeah, I find if you eat your heaviest meal in the middle of the day, it seems to level itself out. So the dinner doesn't turn out to be a full course type thing. It's just a topper upper, and I guess more like our recent ancestors used to do when they were working from the homestead. They would have a good breakfast. They would come back and top up for a healthy lunch, and then the evening was kind of the topper on the cherry on top of the cake, and that would top them off after the homeland chores were done before turning in for the night. And that's kind of the protocol that I've adopted over the years.
All right, very good then. Okay, there, Mac. Thank you very much for that. Let's we're gonna keep the line moving there, unless you have something else to add.
No, I'm not even going to ask Paul about his antenna anymore, because that starts a whole line of comparative discussion. So, and we're not going to talk about AC hum or anything like that. Let's just keep this ball rolling.
Okay, but I don't know if we can promise you to not talk about a hum, because the next person up is VA3NFG. Steve, are you there?
Guess I'll have to change my call VA3HUM. I don't know. How many days until you upload this, Chuck? Just for a time check. Like a timestamp here, so I can listen to what you guys are listening to. However, there is a hum in this room, and I don't know what it is, where it's coming from. I go in the other room, in the furnace room, and it's dead quiet, like nothing. I go everywhere else in the basement, and there's nothing. I come into this room, and I hear that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I don't know. So what? It'll be up in a few days, Chuck. Comment.
Okay, comments there. Hang on one second. It's on live right now, Steve, and it'll be on after the net is over. You can rewatch it again and again and again. Just go to YouTube, and type in VA3CJZ, and you'll see the live button up there. It'll say A.R.E.G 146.430, week 1429. And the first comment there is Larry. Go ahead, Larry.
Hey, Steve, have you got a fluorescent light overhead? Yeah, I do. I've already shut it off, and it ain't it. But hang on, I'll shut it off anyway. Hang on. All right, it is shut off. I don't know about you guys, but I still hear that hum.
yeah, it's there. The next comment, I believe, was TOE. Steve, go ahead.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing Larry was thinking. That's all.
Yeah, I've got a radio here that does that too, and for the life of me, I still haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah. So I don't think it's the power supply that it's on. There's nothing else plugged in here. Like, unless it's something from upstairs and it's, I've got a register right above me on the ceiling, unless it's, and I don't have a register cover on it either. It's just a rectangular hole in the ceiling here. The reason why it's off is because it fell off. I haven't put it back on there. But, maybe because it's a hollow opening, it's transferring, sound through it. I don't know.
Hey, Steve, one quick test.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, leave the light on, turn the radio off, turn the power supply off, and see if you hear the hum.
I think I will hear the hum, but you know what? Doesn't hurt to try it. All right, back to you, Chuck. We'll have an answer on the next go around VA3 and FG.
All right, not a problem then, Steve. We'll move along, and once you've done that test there, key back up there, and we'll see what you got. All right, next person is VA3KIX. Rick.
I'm here, VA3KIX.
What's happening there, Rick? I can hear you pretty good tonight.
Got a little aluminum box. I don't know, like 6 by 3 by 2. It's a control box for something I'm building, and it's really thin aluminum, and I'm mapping out all the little components that I have to carve out on the sides, like a plug and a fuse hole and about 6 things. The thing's so thin that it's going to be nice to file, but it's going to be hard not to dent. As I use the drill press on it, I got to be real gentle. So it's a very time-consuming little thing, and the goal will be to do a perfect job on it. That'll be the goal. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, there you go. We all have projects there that are keeping us busy because we can't go anywhere. Okay, there, Rick. Nice to hear you in there. You're sounding good tonight as always, there. Okay, let's go down to Steve, VE3TOE. Okay, well, let's do another call out and see if anybody else is out there. This is VA3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Taking check-ins. Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. VA3OYL. Deb, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What did I do today? Oh, I made a face mask. Sewed it up on the sewing machine. Not perfect, but I got the job done. I just have to find something to use for the ties, for the elastic around the ears. But it was fun. It was interesting. Lots of YouTube videos. So just have to decide which style you want to make and go for it.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I was actually, I did a search on Amazon, for face masks, and oh my God, everybody and their cousins are making them.
Yeah, and they're available everywhere. Hardware store, drugstore, anywhere you can think of.
Now, I know online when you look, for that kind of stuff, they'll give you a picture of a person wearing the mask. But it's not the same as having it in front of you in a store. And let's say you put it up to your face and okay, it's too big, it's too small. Do you know what I mean? It's not the same shopping online for certain things.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And people have, especially for face masks, because you have different, some people have narrow face, some people have wide, a longer distance between the nose and the ear, or between the nose and the chin. Uh, so you kind of have to see what size it is.
Yeah, kind of like shoes. If you're going to buy shoes online, you would have to know what shoe it is that you want. You've already seen one or had one, and you know what size you want. Because you can buy like jeans. You can buy a pair of jeans from one maker, and the size will be different. You get the two same sizes, but one will be, let's say, a little bit tighter and the other one will be, you know what I mean? Let's say you buy a 28 waist or whatever, and two pairs of pants, 28 waist, but one is from Levi's and the other one is from GWG jeans or whatever, and they won't fit the same.
Yeah, I'd never buy clothing online. A lot of people do, but yeah, I mean, you have to watch where you buy it from too, because places like Amazon, uh, they frown upon you sending things back, uh, which is not right.
Oh,
Some
really?
people, I guess, abuse it, but sometimes you just have to send things back.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm not looking forward to is having to resend something back after buying it online, whether it's broken or just something wrong with it. So I haven't had that yet. Hopefully, I don't have that issue. And yeah, but as far as buying clothing and footwear, you would have to know the make, and everything. You would have to know. You'd have to do your research first.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I hope you know shopping doesn't become more and more online. I'll
Yeah,
hate that. Like you said, there's some things you just have to touch, pick up, and look at it. And uh, but I mean, there are a lot of things you can buy online, which is fine. Um, but who knows with the way small businesses are going right now? Maybe they'll change gears and go online. I don't know.
yeah, that's the thing. They're getting rid of all the small businesses by forcing them to close their doors. It's not right, but that's where we're going. And yeah, I don't agree with it, but I think we're going to be going more and more towards online.
Yeah, it'll be hard for seniors. Um, you know, it's too bad they can't make things simpler if they have to shop online. Even talking to a doctor's office with video conferencing or whatever, or email sometimes for seniors, it's difficult to do. So it's you kind of have to change with the times, just keep up with things, with technology, just to be able to do it when you get older and understand that if it changes, at least you can sort of change with it if you're somewhat familiar with it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like computers. I mean, I remember they used to charge 55 to 75 bucks an hour or even more to repair your computer. And now a lot of the people, in my age group, that learned all about computers, either they went to school or self-taught. And there's a lot of guys out there that know what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's true. There are. I guess there's just some people that just don't get technology and they fight it all the way.
Yeah.
So they just shut down. They hear the word computer or hear the word VCR or DVD player or whatever, and they just shut off, right?
Yeah, kind of like, immigrants that came here later in life and didn't want to start to learn the language, and their children grow up learning two languages, but the parents only stick with the one language, right?
Yeah, you would think they would pick up some of the language. Maybe not enough to carry on a conversation, but you would think that they'd pick up a few words here and there if they've been here for 40 years or whatever.
Yeah, you would think. Eh? Well, some do, and others just, like you said, stuck in my way. I'm from the homeland, and that's all there is to it. Yeah, everyone's different.
Yeah, and it might be a way for them to hang on to their heritage.
Absolutely. Okay, Deb, you're going to be stepping out soon to take the little one out?
Oh, what time is it? 22. Oh, I'll stick around for the last go around.
Okay, Deb. So we'll just keep going through the list here then. All right, VA3OYL. Next is VA3VAD. R.E.G, are you there? VE3PFH. Pete, are you there? VE3 Tango Golf Lima. Uve, are you there?
3XKV.
VE3XKV. Bob, good evening, sir. Welcome.
Oh, Chuckles and everybody on net there, just say good evening and another plan for the pot there, Chuck. I won't have too much to say, but I would give you about 17 or 18, won't it?
You've been keeping track. Yeah, you are number 17, Bob. And welcome back. I guess we missed you last week there, so glad you're feeling better.
Well, thank you very much, Chuck. Just to let everybody know, I've been kind of off the air here. I just come out of the hospital. Some surgery. So, but we're back. 3XKV.
Very good, very good. And I don't know if you were listening earlier, but I don't know if I told you, but I spoke to John on the weekend, and he's doing fine. He's doing great. He's got 2 jobs now. Bob, he's a taxi driver part time, and then he's got a gig cleaning a bank at night.
Well, it's funny you should say so. I did talk to him a week ago, and the same news.
Right.
And I talked to him about watching the A.R.E.G net on YouTube there, but apparently he didn't have enough Cat 6 cable to his computer, so I don't know. I think he's gonna have to get a longer Cat cable.
Yes, I know. I don't know how many feet he's short, but he said he got a 30-footer and it was too short. Now, he said he had a driver on a disk, but his computer won't read the optical drive. So he needs a driver to be able to get the driver downloaded. Oh my gosh, he makes things so complicated there, Bob. I was thinking of just buying him a 50-foot cord and having it delivered to his house and say, here you go. If 50 feet isn't enough for inside your house, then you're on your own.
Yeah, well, the driver, the drivers for wireless.
Right.
But I mean, I'd sooner get a longer 6-cat cable anyway. You know, because if you're hooked up directly to, there's no limit on your speed, so there's always a limit on your speed on wireless. So my laptop, not my laptop. The only thing that's on wireless is my laptop. My three desktops are all hardwired in. So I even had to put in the wife uses the laptop, and I had to put in an access point with an old router to get her stable internet wirelessly, because the modem's downstairs, and it's not very far away. It's just one floor down, and it just keeps dropping in and out. And it's a brand new modem from Cogeco, wireless modem. But I put I put the access point up here next to my computer for her wireless, and it's solid, but still not. It's less than 100 megabytes per second anyway. Whereas my system is 390, and like I said, the only way you get it full speed is to hardwire it.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything you said there is correct. And the speed drops. I was told this by the Bell guy. The speed will drop the further away your laptop or tablet is away from the modem. So if your table is 5-6 feet away from the modem box, then you're laughing, right? But if it's in the next room or next floor, you're going to lose substantial speed.
Yep, that's true. So, and then you put a VPN on or something like that, and knocks down more speed. A little more secure, but it still knocks you're down to 1/3 of your actual speed. So all these things make a difference.
Yeah. Just not everybody's aware. I mean, I'm still learning. I didn't know that. I thought Wi-Fi speed would have been constant up to the limit of feet that is allowed. If you got 30 feet of wireless or 100 feet, whatever it is supposed to go to, I thought the speed would have been constant, but it's not. So I learned something new about that as well. So how was A&W?
It was a lot better than KFC, Chuck.
Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with a good old mama burger.
Well, I wasn't too hungry today. I only had a buddy burger and a couple of fries there, and so yeah, I've been eating like a pig though. The wife's I've been keeping the wife busy. She's been cooking here, so I'm grateful for that. And I've gained a couple of pounds. I was down 192 pounds. Back up to 194, so everything seems to be working.
All right, glad to hear it there, Bob. Glad to hear it. Okay, well, yeah, we only got about 10 minutes left there before the net is officially over. So let's do another shout out there and see if anybody else would like to stop by and check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, taking check-ins. Please come now.
Victor Echo 3, Whiskey Kilo Go.
Hey, I hear someone close by. VE3WKG. Good evening, Kevin. Welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Chuck. Everyone on net. Yeah, home now from PDLs. Just chilling out, been listening along and having a beer. that I throw in there, nickel in the pot.
That's great, Kevin. You're check-in number 18. So not too shabby of a night there. So how'd it go today? I know I was outside a couple of times there, and boy, that nice bright sunshine must have been great to work in.
Yeah, it was a beauty, Dave. Pretty good out there. Yeah, it got a little chilly, but nothing too bad. Not too bad for February.
Yeah. So did you take the old antenna down, and you're gonna put it up at your place now?
No, he did it all. I was just down on the ground helping out.
Oh, you were the ground man. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not much of a climber. I got up on the fence there, up on there a bit, but yeah, Paul was the one up there straddling the top of the tower doing it. I'm down there cold. My hands are cold. And he goes, I'm not cold at all. He's up there on the top. But I can't get up there and do that anymore. Not with my shoulder and my leg.
Yeah, that's it. Eh? But it's good that you know your limitations, though, right? Like some guys would be like all messed up, and they're like, I can do it.
Oh, no. And I knew I had 5 tall boys in me before I went up there. And I had some more up there. Yeah, go easy. Oh, he got it up there. That's a nice antenna, too. And he was van hopping there a little bit, trying the, that repeater in, what is it, A.R.E.G, New York, and there's a whole bunch. 146, 670. He went on there. Wow, he gets them in pretty good. Then we went on the tower in Toronto there. Guys was coming back like a local there. That's why he thought on the net it was the guy from Toronto. He was sponsoring your net.
Yeah, no, turns out the guy's name wasn't Steve there. So, because I was kind of wondering if that was the case there, and that's what it was there. Paul thought it was someone else, but yeah, that was nice getting that guy from Toronto there, Uwe, sorry.
Yeah, Ube or something like that. Yeah. Oh, I love the ears on the mountain. You ever been at Falls and hear everybody? KIX out in Coketown, everybody's just booming in.
Yeah, no, I've not been up there for a net because I'm usually down here. But yeah, I've been out there a few times there, check out his station. So yeah, it's always nice having a little bit extra height, eh?
Yeah, well, it's different. Me too. I got a beam, so I'm always in, especially now it's been frozen for the last couple of weeks. I'm pointed like right south of me, like right up at the mountain, pointing right at the peak of my house. So a lot of people, I'm getting off the sides and the back and the end. But I used to hear Coketown there. What is it, Ken out there? KIX or something like that. But up on the mountain, I couldn't believe how he was just booming it. I haven't heard him that loud since I had a 4-element quad.
Oh yeah, well, Paul's a lot closer to Rick. That's Rick out in Coketown there, KIX. Yeah, I don't get him that strong here, but I can get him, so that's the main thing.
That's it, eh? All right, I'll let you move along. Maybe you can squeeze a few more in there. The E3WKG, I'll be listening along. I got some chicken wings in the oven and drinks of beer. Quick recheck.
Alrighty, sounds good. Go ahead there, quick recheck.
Yeah, the curiosity's killing me. Okay, dead key. Come on, no hum.
None at all, driver.
Did you hear something, Chuck?
No, I didn't key up. Someone else did there, but my furnace is on. But I stuck my ear out there to the speaker, and I couldn't hear it.
I heard it.
I heard it. My bags. Somebody who went,
Dead key. All you should be able to hear is the fan on the back of the radio.
Oh, no, I cranked it up. It's still there, driver.
recheck there, Chuck, and we'll hang out for the duration here, another 5 minutes or so. VA3 NFG.
All right there, Steve. Well, my furnace is winding down now, and once that shuts off there, I'll give you a shout, and I'll listen again there. But if it is there, it's very faint. I wouldn't worry too much. But like I said, I'll wait for my furnace to shut off. And I guess we should start last call here. But first, we'll do another call out and see if anybody else is out there would like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and I'm located in East Hamilton. Looking for check-ins. Please come now.
V3SFU.
Can you repeat that call?
Yeah, V3 Foxtrot United in Dunville.
QSL there, Victor Echo 3 Fox United. This is VA3CJZ, Chuck here in Hamilton. You sounding good from Dunville there, my friend?
Yeah, well, you can just say V3FFU. Doesn't sound too friendly, does it? But anyway, it's Paul in Dunville. I listened to you guys do a quick call here before the end. The band is opened up a little bit because I'm getting repeaters from the street, so that's maybe why you're getting some of these guys in.
Ah, okay. Yeah, very good then. Well, yeah, we're just about wrapping up our 2-hour net here, and do appreciate you stopping by there, Paul. You got a great signal out of Dunville this evening. I got you at about S9 here. Good audio, a little bit of noise, but making a fine trip, sir.
Well, I heard R.E.G. I usually don't hear him, so I'd say the band must be opened a little bit. But I even heard the guy from Toronto, so something's going on. Yeah, okay, well, thanks for being there, and maybe we'll get you next week.
Okay there, Paul. Sounds good to me then. Much appreciated. Yeah, come by a little earlier next time, and you'll be able to catch all the subjects that we talk about there. All right, VE3FFU in Dunville. Thank you, sir. Anyone else like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3CJZ, looking for check-ins. Okay, well, with that, I guess it's time to wind her down and go through the list for last call. Let's start with Richard, VA3VJC. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go to PDL, VE3PDL, Paul, last call.
Last call for alcohol. Anyways, good net there, Chuck. As always, you've taken command of the net here and done a fabulous job since the first day. And yeah, hats off to you, buddy. Doing a good job. Everybody appreciates it. You got what, 18, 19 check-ins tonight? So
19.
The number goes up and down sometimes, but a lot of times it goes up. So keep up the good work, sir, and glad everybody was in there tonight, and glad to hear everybody tonight. So there's a group of us that always hang around after the net's closed and keep jibber jabbering. So if anybody wants to hang around still, you're more than welcome. E3PDL back over to net control.
Okay, Paul, very well put, and thank you for the compliment. Much appreciated, sir. Let's go down to Mac. It's time for the Mac attack. VA3IMW, last call, Mac.
Thanks, Chuck. Appreciate you running that. I don't know anybody else that can herd cats like you can. And as a master of ceremonies, you did a very good job at maintaining control, such as it is. I heard one topic briefly broached, which I haven't spoken on. It was simply the use of masks, and I got to share that I've been using the disposables, and I don't like the reusables. I find them constricting and hard to breathe through. And for $15
50 cents a piece. You can dispose of them rather than having to wash and dry and reuse. So the other thing that is useful, my wife has crocheted these little tabs that she sews a couple of buttons on, and actually becomes a mask extender. So instead of having the mask wrapped around your ears and getting it sore from long exposure, it just rests on the back of your neck. A real simple something that she picked up on Pinterest or something like that. Anyways, I'll be hanging around for a little bit. Not headed to bed quite yet because, it's almost supper time. Anyways, 73 to you and everybody else on frequency. The A3IMW for IT.
Me and Mac are gonna have an antenna fight after the net.
Dueling antennas. All right, sounds good. All right, well, let's go to NFG now. Steve, you're up, buddy.
Yep, very good. Was in there for the whole 2 hours. That's been a while for me. But yeah, I agree there with PDL, great net. Chuck there, or I don't know what the count was up to. I think Foxtrot uniform was check-in number 19, or did we make 20? I don't know. But anyhow, yep, swell net. We'll be hanging around a little bit after the net here. Whoever wants to chat, and that's about that. So I'll say good night to all on net, and we'll catch you all next week. VA3 NFG.
Okay, Steve. Thank you, sir, for sticking around. And yeah, unfortunately, I can hear the H word there. I don't want to say it out loud, but no matter. I mean, you sound fine, but I'm sure it's going to bug you till you figure it out. So with that, yeah, I have to take a break, take the bag of garbage out front, and then give the dog his treats and that, and I shall return after the net is shut down. And yes, sir, VE3FFU was check-in 19. So unless we get a last-minute person there like Rick, VK, or somebody, that'll be the number. But thank you, Steve. Hopefully you were entertained and you enjoyed yourself during the past 2 hours. Thank you again. Next is Rick in Copetown, VA3KIX. Last call, Rick. Okay, nothing heard. Let's see if Huey is still around there. VE3DJZ. Nothing heard. Let's jump to Oakville. VE3TOE. And we hit number 20. VE3CSY. Good evening, Paul.
Yeah, I just got in under the wire. 10:03, but I'm just going to clock back to 9:59. We made it. Yep. And good evening to everybody on the net. Hello, VE3CSY.
All right, very good, Paul. Well, it looks like there'll be some guys hanging around there after I shut her down, and we'll be able to. You guys will be able to chit chat afterwards. But thanks for stopping by. You are check-in number 20. Thank you, Paul in Stony Creek. Let's jump to the west end of Hamilton to Debbie, VA3OYL.
Oh, very good. Just a comment. I had a weird hum on one of the nets, and that people could hear on my radio, and I couldn't hear it. It ended up I changed the fan out of my power supply, and it fixed the problem up. So just a thought there. Good net, Chuck. A good bunch tonight. You keep the numbers up pretty good. That's great. And hopefully you'll be around for many, many years. So keep up the good work. So I'll say 7-3 all, and good night. VA3OYL is out to take the puppy for a walk.
Okay, very good then, Deb. Thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you were entertained as well. I'll have to get a hold of you there on Facebook, and you'll have to let me know what kind of fan you got there, and because I was looking to get a cooling fan myself, and we'll touch base maybe on Facebook messaging there. Okay, and Steve NFG, I don't know if you heard me say that the YouTube is available right now. It has been since we started the net, and it will be available after we're done here. So just put in my call sign into the YouTube search engine, and you should see the live button come up there. Week 1429. Okay, next person after Deb is R.E.G. Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. Are you there, R.E.G? Okay, nothing heard. Let's go to Phil, VE3OAB.
Yeah, VE3OAB back. 73s to all, including all the ones that are listening on their scanners, tuners. And wash your hands, keep your distance, and hopefully next week we'll hear we finally conquered this invisible disease. VE3OAB clear.
Yes, sir, Phil, and we'll all wake up thinking it was Groundhog Day that we've been repeating over and over again. That'd be nice, eh? Okay, Phil, thanks a lot, my friend. Appreciate you stopping by, sir. VE3OAB. Next, it's Pete's turn, VE3PFH. Are you there, Pete?
Hey, Chuck, did you hear Quebec's relaxing their restrictions?
Yes, I heard.
Okay, wasn't sure, sorry.
Yeah, a little too early if you ask me, but anyways. Yeah, okay, where was I? OAB, Butch, VE3 Tango Golf Lima. Okay, VE3 GNP.
Hey, Chuck. Not much to add. Good net. Everything's good. 73. We'll talk to everybody probably during the week or tonight. VE3 GNP.
All right, sounds good, Garnett. Thank you, sir, for stopping by. Much appreciated. Next is Vanya. Victor Alpha 3, X-Ray Lima Juliet.
Hello, everyone on the net. There's a few things but I kind of would like to make a remark of it. The masks, my employer gives me the masks. They are made in a transmission plant, so they are good, I assume. Actually, they are good. That's the one thing. But the funny thing about masks is way back in April when we were all dying and, end of the world was coming by May. I've seen the picture in the Target in the States somewhere, and there was those cloth-made masks, and there was a mirror so you can put it on your face and try it and see how does it fit. How does it fit your face? That was kind of weirdest thing what I've seen so far. And touch bases on antennas in between Monday and today. I made 3 different antennas out of coax wires, so we'll see how far I can get by the Friday, maybe 2 more, but I'm hoping that I'm gonna get my twin lead. Not twin lead, I call them twin lead, but it's a ladder line.
Yeah.
Sometime tomorrow or maybe on a Friday, so I can finish my 3-band funny looking J-pull or whatever that thing is. So far I already made my HB9 CV for 2 meters. I made ground plane for 1 meter, and the coaxial dipole with the coil on the bottom for the 2 meter and 70 centimeters. Like, they're all kind of funny, but they work.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to work. Well, there, Vanya, if you stick around, there's a few guys that are probably going to chit-chat after I officially shut the net down there, and we can talk antennas or whatever you like. But I do appreciate you stopping by. Much appreciated, sir. Hopefully you were entertained as well. VA3XLJ. Next, let's go up the hill to Larry, VE3LBI. Larry.
Yep, thanks, Chuck. We're still here. Thanks for doing the net. Interested what Vanya was doing there. I don't know whether he has Facebook or whatever. I'm not sure if he's part of the group, but maybe you can mention that to him. But anyways, I'm not sure who's left behind me here. I guess a couple more. I was kind of late getting in, so I'll pass it back to you and let you carry on down the road there.
Okay, Larry. I think last week we mentioned to Vanya there that we had a Facebook page called A.R.E.G 146.430 on Facebook, and I'm pretty sure he got in. If not, I just mentioned it over the air, and he can check it out, and we will definitely let him come through as a member. Okay, next is Bob, VE3XKV. Bob, last call.
Okay, very good, Chuck. Not much to add here. Well, I'll be talking to you during the week anyway, so.
Yeah.
If not, after the net. So we'll just say goodnight to everybody, and yeah, that's it. E3XKV.
All right, Bob, sounds good. We'll talk at you soon. Next, VE3WKG, my neighbor. Kevin, last call.
Yep, got me eating the chicken wings. Yeah, good net, Chuck. Good check-ins and good QSOs. I'll be sticking around after the net to chit-chat if anyone else is. The 20 check-ins there, that's pretty good. And good job as always. VA3CJZ, back to you for last call of the net there. VE3WKG. I'll be sticking around.
All right. And we already spoke to VE3FFU. Are you still there? Last call.
Yeah, I'm still here, and thanks for being on. And by the way, there's a net on every night at 7 o'clock from Welland. I don't know if you guys can hit it on 147, 420. Seems to be seeing quite a bit of popularity, and I think somebody from Malibu got in it there, so I want to try that at 7 o'clock at 147, 420. 7-3s, everybody.
Oh, okay there, Paul. Is there a tone or is it Simplex?
Yeah, it's Simplex net. Barry got in, PDL or somebody. I heard him trying to get in. Sometimes the guy can hear you. He's got to turn his beam your way. I'll have to tell him. I have to go in between, tell him to turn his beam, then he can hear guys on the mountain maybe. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. Much appreciated for the info there, Paul. We'll definitely check it out. Okay, that's VE3FFU. Next and last on the list is VE3CSY. Last call there, Paul, before we wrap it up.
Oh, yeah, I'm late, Chuck. I got nothing to add. So, yeah, wrap it up, Chuck. We'll talk to you later.
All right, sounds good. Well, it's now time to close this week's A.R.E.G. Tonight marks week 1,429 weeks that A.R.E.G. has been on the air. I'd like to thank everyone for participating in this week's A.R.E.G., and I look forward to hearing from you again next week. Until then, stay safe, have a great rest of the week. This is VA3CJZ saying 7-3, and so long. I'll be back in a little bit. I now return the frequency to regular use.
Okay, who's going to key up first?
Well, I wanted to get a hold of Vanya there.
Go ahead, Larry.
Hello, FNIXLJ. Yeah, listen, if you've got, I think you're connected into the group there, post some of your pictures of your antennas you're building. It's always interesting for people to see other people's designs.
They look so ugly, like it, but I'll put them up today. Actually, I'll do that later on. So, in a couple of minutes, I'll take care of my son, put him to sleep, and he's already past his bedtime. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take care of him, and I'll do it in 10-15 minutes. So, One is the duct tape for the hockey stick. Other one is on my wife on our what's the name of it? That thing for the curtain rod. And then this one is just like hanging. Anyways, yeah, I'll post a few pictures and so we can both laugh.
Well, you don't have to do it right away. I just mention it because everybody likes to look at different antennas. I mean, I build my own too, and other people do, and may say something that, well, I can't get this to work properly, or somebody sees it and said, oh, I'll try adding this to it. And it was just a thought behind it. Just yeah, like I say, I'm no rush or anything. But when you get an opportunity, post it up on the website there, and then everybody can have a look at it.
Yeah, I'll do. I have a few ideas in my head, but I have to get a hold of the milling machine or something like it. Where I used to work, I had access to the milling machine and lathe, like it's on daily basis in a shop. But now where I work, like it's next to impossible. So I cannot start anything kind of what I think is gonna be sturdy and then good looking and very functional. But we'll see. Like maybe if I get on board and then let me buy one of those little ones at some point, and then we can do something. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Take care. All right. Somebody else pick it up there. I don't know. CSY. You want to jump in?
I don't really have too much to add other than a general question whether or not this microphone is still doing weird crackling sounds.
Well, then pass it along to somebody else, and Paul.
Did you hear what he said, Larry? He wanted to know if anybody could hear any crackling sounds in his audio. I was waiting to hear your response before I replied.
Sorry, no, my phone just rang here, so I missed everything.
Well, Paul had some noise in his signal there earlier, and we were talking about it, and he just asked if anybody could hear it. So you're a fresh ear on it, so I was curious to what you were hearing.
Okay, go ahead, Paul. I'll listen up now. My phone's done.
It was a general question to anybody, not just you, Larry. Paul, you heard it before, so basically, is it still doing that?
Not like it was. There's the odd little flutter there, but that could be just your finger moving on the PTT even. But that's why I wanted to hear somebody else's response before I added mine, so mine didn't influence anybody.
I'll go.
Go ahead.
Yes, he's here at a solid S9. That puts him 2 S units over the background noise, and that's the only impact I see as far as any crackling. Just that he's beaten the background noise by 2 S units.
Okay, and Larry, what are you hearing?
Nice to meet you. Name's Paul, also down here. Too many darn Pauls on here. Oh wow, I'm still on low power. I was doing all this testing this afternoon. I have an intermittent connection in the microphone cord and the audio line. It causes a kind of an intermittent random crackling overly loud sometimes. It really disappeared other times. I know what the problem is, but I can't really fix it. Let me turn the power back on. Paul, what is my signal to you, by the way, before I turn the power back?
You're 7 S units.
Okay, there we go. Okay, now how about now?
9 S units.
9 S units. Okay, I'm back up to 50 watts. I forgot I had it on low power when I was doing the testing.
That same fluttering is still there. Same level, everything. Nothing's changed except for your signal got stronger.
And I agree with that too.
Concurred. Okay, so as you know, Paul, you heard it this morning, there is an intermittent connection, and I ended up replacing the microphone element with another electric condenser element. The first one had torn leads on it, and this one's not as sensitive. I got to get really close to this to get any radio. I'm gonna try changing it to a third one tomorrow. The other problem is with the cable itself. I had to drill the wire holes in an A.R.E.G 45 type connector, modular connectors. I had to drill it larger for the larger wires. So the alignment there is, I don't know, it's got a port connection inside there. And I can't fix it. I gotta replace the whole cable, I guess.
CSY?
Go ahead, Larry.
You almost sound like you got almost like you have the popcorn's popping in the stove in the other room. You know how if you get too far away from say an AM radio station, and you get a little bit like it's almost like static, but you hear like kind of little popping. And like I say, it's almost like popcorn. That's what I hear, anyways.
Yeah, exactly. I was listening to it on my handy talkie this afternoon. Let me try a little trick here and see if I can eliminate it again temporarily for a little while.
Okay, I'll pass it back over to somebody else. I have to use the facilities.
Quick idea. If you back off your mic gain a little bit, and perhaps if you have the chance to crank up your voltage on your radio input. I don't know if you're running a radio that has a variable voltage adjustment, but if your voltage is cranked up a little bit closer to the 14 or 13.8 volts, and perhaps a little less punch from the audio, because it actually sounds like that crackle actually coordinates with the popping. Okay, that was a dead carrier, no modulation, but absolutely zero crackle. Oh, I had a solid S9 on the dead carrier, but no modulation. What did you hear? Yeah, that's what I got here too.
I just heard my replay. I can't hear any hum.
What's that, Steve?
I'm listening to the replay of the net of my audio. Maybe it's the little speakers in the TV here, but I can't hear any hum from it, even when I crank the volume up on it.
Well, the rest of us can hear it. Still. Yeah, good additive. Still.
The same as when I had it on the other supply?
Yep. No difference.
Okay, well, then it's not the supply, so I can turn that other one back on. Yeah, everything else is off. I've shut everything off in here. And I don't know where this is coming from. So therefore, I will be bringing my radio over to your place next time I visit Paul. We'll hopefully find somebody on 2 meters here. We'll see if it's still happening.
Well, I got a grounding system we can hook your radio up to, so yeah, I ground it, and if that don't fix it, you should have everything grounded anyway, so you should do that regardless of that noise.